Yeah, woo, first jobs, love those.
You do it.
It's okay. Hey, we are back. It's Jordan.
And Mahama.
And this is the Golden Hour, Golden Hour.
I'm sorry, I must say this disclaimer. The last two videos, I looked like the biggest B word that ever set foot on this earth. Every time Jordan would speak, and I just need to say I have this thing called the resting bee face, where I just look like I'm always upset. My neutral face just looks like I'm really mad, but I promise I'm having the time of my life. I promise. So, like, if I look like I want to kill her, I don't want to kill her. It's just, I'm listening, you know, and I'm gathering the information, I'm taking it in, and I'm like, yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, yeah, just wanted to say that.
Thanks, I love you. All right, so welcome back to our YouTube channel. Here we are doing the Golden Show, talking about adulting, okay? And today we're supposed to be talking to you guys about first jobs. So here's what everyone suggests you do right after college. You should look into websites like LinkedIn or Indeed, Craigslist, Monster, all of those job finding websites. You should intern wherever you can, even if they don't pay you. People say that that's good to do. I don't agree. Do you agree?
I have to agree because I'm doing that now.
I'm screaming.
But I'm only doing it because it's like a, undergrad requirement. So in order to get my degree, I need to do an internship.
Okay.
And most of the internships aren't paid. But yes, I agree. They should be paid.
Yeah. I mean, if you're getting college credit, I can't really be mad because they are giving you something. But people that do work and they're doing work for you, you should pay them because they also have things to take care of. Like, what do you have to take care of?
Bills.
Bam.
Hello.
That's enough. That's enough. Pay us. Okay? We need it. All right. Anyway, they tell you to start from the bottom in order to achieve greatness and get to the top. And the biggest one, I think, that we've both heard is to open up and start your own business.
It's so interesting because why would you say that to me right after I finished college? Just open up your business.
Like how?
So our next subtopic are side hustles. And these are things that I have worked for, that Jordan has worked for, and that on the internet also gave us advice for. So temp agencies, what are the ones that you used?
So here in Boston, woo Boston, I worked for Contemporaries, woo woo, shout out Contemporaries, hey people, you know me sometimes maybe. There's literally so many temp agencies, literally everywhere, like Professional Staffing Group, Contemporaries, there's like Beacon Hill Staffing Group, there's like so many, right? And these are just the ones I know of in Boston, but temp agencies are everywhere because people are always looking for like a quick replacement or a quick they need assistance because something happened at their company. And so it's a great thing because you just submit your resume, like people actually vouch for you and say that you're a good candidate and this is what you're willing to do and these are the skills that you have, and you get put in a job almost immediately, and they work really hard to get you a job as soon as possible. That's what I first did when I got out of college because I was like, I have no clue where I want to work. I have no clue what I'm doing in life. I still live in Boston and I have to pay my rent. So what do? That's how I got the job that I'm at now. Boop, boop.
So yes, temp agencies, food delivery company / car servicing company. companies, which fall under like Uber/Uber Eats, Lyft, Instacart, DoorDash, Postmates, Grubhub, etc. Can you guys all sponsor us? Because we didn't have to do this.
Sponsor us.
Please sponsor us. Paid surveys, medical testing, so meaning like you see those signs on like the trains where they're like
collecting your poop. I love those. They're so funny. Like they want my poop, you know? Weird.
Hey, at least you get paid for it. Egg donations, you know?
Come on, women.
Right.
Somebody wants a baby, and you have the egg for him. And guess how much you could potentially make? What was it like?
Money. It was a lot.
It was thousands of dollars.
Yes.
Okay? I mean, there may be a little you running around, but is that really bad in like hindsight? Like, you could pay off some student loans. I'm contemplating it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I need some money.
Selling your things. Jordan has a lot of stuff.
Wow.
If anybody wants clothes, because this girl got clothes to sell. I'm coming for her, but I'm also helping her so she can get money. Okay.
Wow.
Secret arrangements.
Guys, there are some people that need companionship, and they would like to take you out on a date, okay? It's not everybody's cup of tea. Like, I really wish it was mine, but it's not, and that's okay. But there are people that really just want a friend. They really just want somebody that they can have on their arm at events, and they have money to pay you to do that. And you don't have to sleep with them. You don't have to do things you don't want to do, but they're willing to pay. And if you are interested, no one looks down upon you, okay?
Babysitting, pet sitting, and house sitting. Airbnb, so like if you have a room in your apartment or in your house and you need some extra cash, you can just, put it up for rent on Airbnb. Tutoring / lessons, so like music lessons and other lessons. Cleaning houses, writing resumes / cover letters, so if you're like a great essay writer,
write mine, please.
Right. Because writing is hard, and there are people out there that will write for you, especially resumes, because that will get you that job. And something we did, okay, so I was an extra in a movie. So the movie's Daddy's Home 2, and they reached out to our a cappella group like, hey, we want some of you guys to be featured, but we're going to choose who we want. So they chose a couple people to be like the musical part of was it like a musical?
Yeah, we were like background singers.
Yeah. So I was an extra in the movie, and she was one of like the singer people. You'll see me, you'll see the back of my head, got a little afro,
Come on.
Yeah, so, be an extra in a movie. Because you don't get paid as much as the actors, of course, but you still get paid. Like,
guys, if you get enough little extra side money, that can be some coin. Okay, you could wash your clothes. You could buy some groceries. We're gonna talk about our first jobs because you guys are so interested. Of course you are. Bam, bam. So, Mahama. So, what was your first job ever?
Okay, so I worked work study, but as far as I'm not gonna count that because that was a campus job. But as far as my real job, I guess I would say GB, which stands for General Business. And it's basically companies put bands together to play for weddings or functions or club gigs. And it's definitely a great money thing. But my also first job, because I got them around the same time, was this company where I was working with individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. It was a day program. So I was basically helping them with their day-to-day stuff, which was great, because they're you're helping somebody that can't help themselves, and that's rewarding to me. So I guess those were my first two official jobs.
Wow, what a woman. My what was my first job? guys, I don't know. I feel like I've been working all my life. It feels so rough. My first like official job with like a W-2 and like I was doing big things. I worked at Radio Shack when I first came to Boston. Come on, Radio Shack, like right before.
Sponsor us.
They can't. They're closed.
Oh.
They literally can't. They have nobody. Wow. So sorry. Okay, my first job was Radio Shack. I was a sales associate. Yeah, I just like wrung people out and I restocked things and that's what I did. But my first like official job out of college, I worked as a community manager, and that is one of the hardest jobs I've ever experienced, and I think it's one of the hardest jobs in the world because you are supposed to be the first face people see when they enter the company. You're supposed to like you have so much responsibility. You're supposed to know everything about the company. You're supposed to know like the ins and outs and everybody that works there. You're supposed to know how to fix things and keep them going. And wow, it totally gave me the utmost anxiety having to know that much information that I never thought I would know. I never thought I would have to ever fix a printer. I never thought that I would ever have to understand different types of coffee machines. I like would have never known.
Just things we never really worry about.
Yeah, like it's just like, oh, you go in the office and you print something and it's easy. Like, no, somebody's job is to make sure that printer is functioning. And it is mine. Because I still work
Not
here.
for long.
Yeah, that is a rough job. And kudos to anybody that currently has that position, that has had that position, that's their like their career. Shout out to you, all right? Because I personally can't deal. It's a lot of pressure. So, our conclusion. This is the truth about first jobs. This is just like how to get a first job or like advice that people give you, but other things that you can take into consideration. Yeah, a little bit about us and what our first jobs were and why they were either great or terrible or hard or easy. I think my advice is just like, don't consider your first job to be the end all be all. If you're not happy and you know, like if it's something that you're not interested in or something that doesn't make you happy, leave. It is totally okay to leave.
Your first job doesn't have to be where you end up. You know, your first job is like, if it's where you like want to end up in life, like good for you, you know, kudos to you. But if it's not, you know, it's definitely a learning experience, you know, and you can grow from it. You can learn like, you realize the things you don't like about the job and what you can do to make the next job better, you know, for yourself.
Yeah, I think first jobs are always like, it's just getting your feet wet, right? So it's just understanding like, all right, I've learned some skills and these are skills that I can take with me. Or like, okay, I've had these experiences and now I know how to act in these situations and around these people. If you really like your first job, you know, and you think that you can grow within that company, or if you don't want to grow and you think that this is like what you want to do, like, congratulations, that's really awesome. You know, if you don't feel that way, that is totally fine, and it's okay to leave and move on and find something that is like really good for you, you know, like it's all about finding a fit for you. Don't be afraid to branch out and try new things and work at a company that you never thought that you would work for, you know, like it's okay to like try and get new skills and figure out what you want to do in life because you're young. That's what they always tell you. You're young and full of life and you've got time, and before you settle down into like finding a career, like make sure you know what you're interested in, what your passions are, what you want your career to be in. Yeah, so feel free to ask us questions. Keep watching The Golden Hour Show with Mahama and Jordan. And what are we talking about next week?
So tune in next week and we're going to talk about purging people.
Oh, Jesus.
That's like a terrible title, but what that basically means is, you know, how to remove toxic people from your life.
Yeah.
And why we must do it.
And that it's okay to do it. Bam. Alrighty. High five.
Your first job doesn't have to be your end up. Your first job doesn't...